Welcome back to James Talks. It's 2021. Let's talk about money. Today, let's go through a portfolio update, what I'm investing in 2021, and why I think Tesla has exploded over the last few months. Let's get started. If you're new to this channel, what I do is walk through what my current portfolio is doing and show you where I'm investing, where I'm gaining money, where I'm losing money, and try to be really transparent. This is not investing advice. This is not all of the money that I have invested. In fact, a lot of the things I'm investing in on this channel are very aggressive. So if you're interested in more information about safer places to invest, this is not the place to look. Okay, that out of the way. Let's start looking at a year in review from last year. Last year, I had set out to invest every month into two stocks. One was a mid-cap stock and one was a company called Tesla, which everyone knows now in hindsight did really, really well in 2020. So you'll see over here my investments every month. You'll see a big investment around March when the pandemic was sort of at its worst and the stock market took a tank. And then you'll see steadily throughout the year gains as Tesla and the market both recovered, and then Tesla just exploding through the end of the year. I'll talk about why I think that is here in a minute, but first I want to show you some of where I'm investing now. Here are the holdings as of January 18th this year. So the first thing you'll notice is that I've sold off some of the mid caps and invested into two ARK funds, ARK G and ARK K. And the reason I did this is pretty simple. With the advent of mRNA and the COVID vaccine being the very first mRNA technology to ever come out in under a year, it's clear to me that over the next 5 years, there's going to be more of them, not less. And that it's going to be a truly disruptive technology as we look forward to both the scientist and the computer coming up with new vaccines and new treatments that wouldn't have been possible 10, 20 years ago. We just didn't have the technology to actually bring them to market, and now we do. In the same way, I think that ARK K, which has a large position in Tesla, about 9% of the fund, has an equally good chance of picking a winner in machine learning and this idea of technology being enabled in ways that couldn't be done 10, 15 years ago. It's not that we didn't think of them, it's just they weren't technically even possible, and they are going to be possible over the next 10 years. So I think a good example of that is Tesla. As I mentioned, Tesla has exploded in the last year, and I personally think a big part of that is people are really grasping, the market is really grasping this idea of, hey, this may not just be a pipe dream that the car will drive itself. The last few months of the year, what you saw was a lot of videos coming out of self-driving Teslas. And they're not perfect, but they're enough. There's enough there to show investors that this has got a real chance of coming out in the next 5 years and being a game changer. Now, my idea for 2021 is much like it was for 2020. I'm going to be investing every month on the same day of the month, and I'm going to be investing in a split between ARK G and ARK K. What I'm personally going to do is follow, okay, these are good index funds. They match the segments of the market that I think are set to move up over the next 5 years. And as I'm investing in those index, I'm going to be looking for the next big winner that I think is really close enough to move the needle. That's going to take some time. So I'm happy to invest my money with Kathy right now in ARK and keep looking for the next breakout hit. Finally, I had one question that had come up a couple of weeks ago from Keyring86 that said, "Are you no longer making videos?" And it's a good question. I had taken a break around the holidays and thought about this channel a lot on what I was going to do for the new year. And I'm excited to say I am going to be making more videos like this. So hopefully you can see me each week, if not each 10 days, and I'll be giving you updates along the way. We'll see what happens together. Thanks for tuning in.